English podcast, conversation practice for beginners.
If you've ever opened your mouth to speak English and your brain just goes blank, like completely empty, this episode is for you.
Yeah, like you know the words, you studied, you understand everything. But when it's your turn to speak, your brain says, nope.
Exactly. So today we're talking about why your brain refuses to speak English, and more importantly, how to fix it, even if you feel like you can't think in English.
And not in a complicated academic way.
No, we're going to break this down in a way that actually makes you feel lighter, calmer, and more in control when you speak. Because here's the thing. Most students think they have a vocabulary problem or a grammar problem, but what if I told you it's not that?
Oh, okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm saying this because I used to see this all the time with my students. They would freeze mid-sentence and say, "Rachel, my brain doesn't work in English." And I believed that for a while. I thought maybe they just needed more input.
More study, more apps, more flashcards.
Right? Totally. But then I noticed something weird. The same students who said they couldn't think in English could perfectly describe a movie in English when they were relaxed.
Wait, that's true.
So the real question is, what changes? And that's what we're going to uncover today, because there is one shift, one mental shift that changes everything, and most learners never hear about it.
Okay, that sounds dramatic.
It kind of is. But seriously, by the end of this episode, you're going to understand why your brain shuts down, and you'll have a practical way to unlock it. And if you want to keep building this kind of speaking confidence every single day, make sure you subscribe. We post a new episode Monday through Friday, so you always have structured practice to help you finally feel fluent.
Yeah, give your brain daily training. It needs it.
Exactly. All right, so let's start with something uncomfortable. Why does your brain panic when English is not dangerous?
Okay, so here's what gets me. I know the words, I can read, I can understand, but the second I try to speak, my brain just stops, like completely.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens to most learners. And the first thing people usually do is panic. They start thinking, I need to translate, I need the perfect sentence, I can't mess this up.
Right, and that's when the freeze hits. But here's my question. Why does your brain panic when English isn't actually dangerous?
Because your brain is wired to avoid mistakes. Seriously, think about it. When we were kids, messing up could get a laugh or a scolding. The brain remembers that feeling.
Wait, are you saying my brain is still like a little kid who's scared of being wrong?
Totally. That's exactly it. And that fear shuts down the thinking process. It's not about vocabulary or grammar, it's about safety.
Okay, but that feels a little unfair. I've studied, I've practiced, and yet my brain still freaks out.
I get it, and here's the micro conflict we need to talk about. The truth is, traditional studying often makes it worse.
Worse? How?
Because it trains your brain to rely on translation, memorization, and perfection. That's why people still translate in their head instead of thinking naturally in English.
Ah, so the more I study grammar rules obsessively, the more my brain freezes when I try to actually speak.
Exactly. It's like you're practicing fear, not freedom.
Whoa, that's kind of mind-blowing. So what's the fix then?
And that's where the one shift comes in. But we're going to tease that for just a little bit longer, because first, we need to understand what's happening in the moment of panic.
Okay, I'm listening.
When your brain panics, it's flooding your body with stress hormones, adrenaline, cortisol, your mouth goes dry, your words vanish, and you can't think.
So it's literally biological. My brain is throwing a tiny tantrum.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the kicker. Trying harder never works. Trying harder is like yelling at a toddler to calm down. It's counterproductive.
Oh, now I get it. So this is why just speak more advice sometimes makes people worse.
Yes, and the real solution is training your brain to feel safe while speaking.
Safe while speaking. That sounds doable.
It is, and we're going to show you practical ways to do it, starting in the next segment with real phrases and exercises that make your brain relax instead of panic.
Cool, but quick question. I feel like this could take months. How fast can someone actually notice a difference?
Honestly, some students feel a change in a few days, others a few weeks. It depends on consistency and on actually practicing the mental shift, not just vocabulary.
All right, that's promising.
Totally, and I promise, by the end of today's episode, you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel, the thing that finally makes your brain stop refusing English.
Okay, so enough talking about panic. Let's try something real. Rachel, what's a good brain-safe exercise I can actually say out loud without freezing?
Love that. The key here is predictable phrases, ones your brain can rehearse and feel safe using, like simple daily situations.
Give me an example.
All right, imagine you're at a cafe. Instead of panicking, try this. Hi, can I have a coffee, please?
Simple. And I just say it out loud?
Exactly. But here's the trick. Repeat it with slight variations. Hi, can I have a latte, please? Hi, can I get a cappuccino, please?
Oh, I see. So my brain learns this is safe. I know what to say. I can handle this.
Yes, and you can do the same for asking directions. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the train station? Then swap. Excuse me, where is the nearest bus stop?
So you're basically building a little safety net of sentences my brain recognizes.
Totally. And once your brain feels safe, that's when thinking in English starts to happen naturally.
Okay, but what if someone freezes mid-sentence, like they start and then boom, nothing comes out?
Good question. That's where the mental pause comes in. Instead of panicking, take a slow breath and repeat a tiny phrase you know is safe.
Like, excuse me, one more time? Or could you repeat that?
Exactly. Those little safety phrases are like training wheels for your brain. They let you stay in English without the panic.
I like that. It feels achievable, not overwhelming.
Yes, and here's another fun one. Small talk. You can practice, how's your day? What did you do today? Do you like coffee?
Simple, but it actually works. It keeps the conversation flowing without overloading my brain.
Exactly. And the more you practice these safe phrases, the faster your brain stops translating. That's when you start thinking in English naturally.
So if I do this daily, my brain starts to feel like, oh, this isn't scary. I can handle it.
Bingo. That's the mental shift we teased earlier. It's small, it's safe, but it's powerful.
Awesome. Okay, I'm ready to try that out myself.
Perfect. And later, we'll do a mini challenge to take this even further. Real conversational practice you can use immediately.
Okay, so I was reading some comments from our listeners, and a lot of people are saying things like, I understand English, but when I try to speak, I can't think fast enough.
Yep, that's super common. And honestly, it's not about speed, it's about safety. Your brain is trying to protect you from making mistakes.
Okay, but some listeners are asking, Rachel, how do I stop translating in my head? That one comes up a lot.
Ah, yes, that's the golden question. And here's the thing. Translation slows you down because your brain isn't relaxed. It's trying to convert everything instead of letting words flow naturally.
So the answer isn't just learning more words or grammar.
Exactly. It's about thinking in English, not translating. One easy trick is what we just practiced, safe, predictable phrases. Your brain starts forming direct connections instead of constantly translating.
Got it. And another comment, someone wrote, I get nervous when talking to native speakers. I don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, that's classic social anxiety plus fear of mistakes. Same principle applies. Train with safety phrases, then slowly expand. Start with one sentence, then two, then three.
So it's like leveling up in a game. You don't start with the hardest boss battle first.
Exactly. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think fluency is immediate perfection, but in reality, it's small, safe wins stacked over time.
Nice. And quick tip for our listeners, when someone comments, I freeze mid-sentence, Rachel, you always say,
Yes, pause, breathe, use a tiny safety phrase, and keep going. That's the practice that rewires your brain.
Okay, that makes sense. And honestly, I feel like just talking through this makes me calmer already.
See? That's the invisible practice happening right now. Listening, thinking in English, following along, your brain is already training itself.
Yeah, mind tricks are fun.
And by the end of this episode, we'll give you a mini challenge that combines all these tips so your brain can actually feel safe and start thinking in English.
Hey, Rachel, quick question. I was thinking all these tips are awesome, but sometimes I get stuck in real-life situations like hotels or restaurants. How do I actually apply this safely in the moment?
Ah, yes. That's exactly why I created Travel with Rachel, the survival guide. It's full of real-life phrases for places like hotels, cafes, pharmacies, and even dealing with police or asking for directions.
Wait, so it's like a ready-to-use English toolkit?
Exactly. It gives you the phrases plus tips on how to say them naturally without panicking. And the best part, it helps you feel confident before you even walk into the situation.
Sounds perfect, especially for someone who freezes mid-sentence.
Yes, the link is in the video description for more information. And honestly, using this guide along with our safe phrase practice can help your brain feel much more relaxed.
Okay, cool. I like that it's practical, not just theory.
Totally. And remember, this isn't about memorizing, it's about training your brain to feel safe in English. That's the mental shift that finally helps you stop translating.
Nice. All right, so listeners, if you want to practice this in real-life situations, check the guide. And meanwhile, keep doing these little daily phrases we practiced earlier.
Exactly. And later in this episode, we'll do another short practice session so you can combine these techniques and start thinking in English naturally.
All right, Rachel. I feel like my brain needs a little snack. Can we go over some useful expressions I can actually say out loud without panicking?
Absolutely. Let's pick some everyday phrases that are safe, practical, and perfect for building confidence.
Cool. Hit me with the first one.
Okay, first, I'm just looking, thank you. Super simple, but perfect for shops, cafes, or markets. Your brain recognizes it instantly.
Ah, I like that. It's short, polite, easy to repeat.
Exactly. Second one, could you help me, please? Anytime you need directions, assistance, or clarification, you feel safe using it and it's versatile.
Versatile is key. Okay, what's next?
Third, excuse me, I didn't catch that. Perfect when someone speaks too fast. It gives you a pause and buys time to think without freezing.
That one is golden. I've needed it a million times.
Fourth, can you say that again, please? Slightly different, but same idea. Safety phrases. Your brain knows, I can handle this.
Nice. These are all small, but they make a huge difference.
Exactly. And last one, I'm learning English. Can you speak slowly? It sets expectations and keeps the conversation safe.
Love it. That one's honest and practical. People are usually very nice when you ask that.
Yes, and the cool part, practicing these little expressions every day rewires your brain to stay calm, think in English, and actually speak.
So if I practice these daily, plus the safety phrases and mini conversations, I can really start thinking in English instead of translating.
Totally, that's the magic combo. And later, we'll do a short mini loop practice so listeners can tie everything together before the conclusion.
All right, Rachel, I'm ready. Let's put all this together. I want to actually practice thinking in English, not just memorizing words.
Yes, let's do a short exercise you can repeat daily. We'll combine safety phrases, useful expressions, and small talk.
Cool. What's first?
Start with a simple greeting. Hi, how are you? Then respond with, I'm good, thank you. And you?
Got it. Keep it short, safe. Perfect.
Next, add a tiny personal detail, like, I'm learning English and practicing every day.
That feels natural. My brain recognizes it, so no panic.
Exactly. Then ask a safe question, like, what did you do today? Or, do you like coffee?
Okay. Repeat that slowly in my head. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm learning English. What did you do today?
Perfect. And here's the mini loop. Remember the one mental shift we teased at the start?
Ah, yes, the one that changes everything.
Right. Keep practicing these small phrases. Each time you feel safe using English, your brain starts to think in English automatically, not translate.
So the freeze doesn't happen because my brain already feels in control.
Exactly. That's the hidden secret most learners never hear about. And if you keep building on this every day, those empty brain moments start to disappear.
So it's not just practice, it's the right practice, combined with training your brain to feel safe.
Yes, and that's why at the beginning of this episode, we asked, why does your brain refuse to speak English?
And now we've answered it. Your brain isn't broken, it's just scared. And the solution is safe, repeated phrases, small daily wins, and building confidence one sentence at a time.
Exactly. And that's the shift we promised you at the very start.
All right, Rachel, before we wrap up, I want to ask, if someone just finished this episode, what should they watch next?
Great question. They should definitely check out our last episode. I understand, but I can't speak. How to break your English silent mode.
Ah, perfect. So if you feel like your brain is finally starting to speak English, but you still freeze sometimes, that episode takes it even further.
Exactly. It's full of practical exercises for breaking out of silence, so you can start speaking without overthinking.
Nice. Okay, final thoughts for our listeners.
Yes, if you want to keep improving your English, actually think in English, and finally feel confident speaking, make sure you subscribe. We post a new episode every Monday through Friday, so you always have structured practice waiting for you.
And leave a comment, too. Tell us which safety phrase or exercise worked best for you this week. We love hearing how your brain is leveling up.
Totally. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. One small win every day rewires your brain for English fluency.
And don't worry if your brain still throws a tantrum sometimes. Mine does too.
Exactly. English is like a friend, sometimes stubborn, sometimes funny, but always worth practicing.
All right, that's it for today. See you in the next episode. And hey, maybe next time my brain will stop panicking before I start talking.
Fingers crossed, Mike.